I've had moments here that I definitely will cherish for the rest of my life.
The theater, whether it brightens your day through song and dance or brings you to tears with an intense monologue, is truly a space like no other.
Here at Mills, we recently performed Footloose, Matilda, Sense and Sensibility, and Bye Bye Birdie. The Mills theater community is open to anybody, but it may seem intense.
In reality, we all have a common goal: putting on a great show and having fun while doing it.
I find it enjoyable just because I'm not really myself. I'm acting out another character, so I like trying out new things, so that's pretty fun.
I remember in the beginning being very self-conscious and feeling like, oh, am I doing the wrong thing? Am I saying the wrong thing?
I am not mistaken about the name of the man whom all my happiness depends. Mr. Edward Ferrars.
In order to be a good actor, you need to be loose. You need to be able to go with the flow, be a little goofy. Don't be afraid to open yourself up a little bit to the experience, and I promise you it is 100% worth it.
There are several different positions as performers, such as cast, dance ensemble, and dance captain.
I started being a dance captain because after dance auditions, Zoe came up to me and my co-captains, Michaela and Elaine, and she was like, oh, you guys are going to be dance captains. My favorite part of being a dance captain is probably the fact that I get to do, one, a lot of dancing on stage, and two, I get to do a lot of trio stuff with my co-captains, and we get to do a lot together. And also, I really enjoy teaching people how to dance, especially seeing people who never danced before in the beginning of the year, and then a couple months later, they actually know how to dance. So I like seeing the improvement. It's nice.
But how do you get started?
The audition process is pretty intimidating. The first day you say a 30-second monologue and then sing a song that they provide in advance. And then there's dance auditions, which are pretty chill, and then callbacks where they test out different roles and songs for you to see what fits. But even though it's pretty intimidating at first, that's the hardest part. If you just get past that, then everything else from there is pretty easy. Rehearsals, I think, are the most important part because that's when you start learning everything and you start seeing bits and pieces that you've seen or know from the musical in the past, and actually being able to do it yourself and learning and practicing the choreography is really important too. Tech Week was my favorite part because that's when the show really started coming together. I think every show has this stage where everyone's worried and definitely thinks that it won't come together at the end. But Tech Week is when it really starts happening and people start focusing more, and it's pretty chaotic, but it's fun.
I really enjoyed the rehearsal process for Matilda because I did a lot of acting in that one, and it was really fun and inviting as my first experience with the Mills Theater.
This last show, I think I put my heart and soul into it, which I wish I did back then, but I'm happy I did now.
What if I don't want to be on stage?
We are assistant stage managers. I like the community, the togetherness of it all. I feel like people are a little scared to join, but there's nothing to be scared about. It's really fun. You meet so many new people.
Yeah, you can make a lot of new friends. And honestly, there are a lot of different things you could do in crew, with costumes, makeup, runners, props, so many things.
And you meet people from different grades and people with different hobbies and stuff. And it helps you branch out to new things as well.
I'm part of Run Crew, so I'm in charge of moving the sets during the play. My favorite part is definitely the community, just being around so many talented people. Also, I just love watching musicals, so getting to be there every night, watching everyone do their magic on stage is just such a wonderful experience.
I started being in crew because I saw the show Matilda, and I thought Matilda was really fun, and I wanted to be a part of the show.
It's really fun being part of crew.
I think if you're interested in joining crew or cast, just go for it. Just be open to trying new things and just be silly with it because it's so much fun once you actually are there.
I didn't expect there to be so many people that were so friendly. Community is really nice.
I play trumpet in the pit. Starting January, every Thursday, the band would just meet for about 2 hours and then we'd slowly get through it. The music is not actually focused on the people playing, it's focused on the people acting. So there are some parts that you have to kind of like use your intuition. If you really want to join, of course, it's open to everyone, and then all you need to do is just ask Mr. G.
Theater is unpredictable, so it's vital to be prepared for the challenges.
Theater's a lot harder than it seems. You have to make sure that everybody's on everything, and you have to make sure that as a community you're working together to make the show run, and that can be so difficult sometimes.
It was just a big moment for me, and like my self-confidence on the stage, it really helped me like break through it. To be aware of everything you do on the stage, like everybody picks it up, and I think before that really got to my head, and like everything I did, like I was cautious of it. And then I think like as time like grew and like my roles got bigger, I would say that it just have fun. People will like love you and like love whatever you do as long as you show that you care.
Being in plays, at least for me personally, I feel like musicals are harder just because you have to memorize more than just lines, but like harmonies for the songs and like different like difficult choreography. So I feel like you have to put a lot more effort into the musicals than the plays.
I think the most challenging experience would probably be like, it can get a little hectic backstage. Just with like all the props and all the actors running back there. So just knowing your cues and making sure everyone gets what they need, I think is the most challenging part.
Some challenges are like trying to keep like any chaotic things under control, or like
thinking on your feet.
Can I still be a part of Mills Theater if I'm at middle college?
The biggest challenge probably is commuting between the two campuses. I totally think it's doable. Can you balance being in middle college, being in school and workload with being in a show? And if you're struggling with that, what kinds of things can you do to make sure that you maintain that balance?
I'm so happy I did it. I think my biggest piece of advice is be scared and do it anyways, because you've got nothing to lose.
Living with regret is one of the like worst things that you could do. Like you only have 4 years in high school. At least do one show, see if you like it. If you hate it, don't do it again. But at least like knowing that you tried and like you put in the effort, that's just like a really different feeling than having to live with the regret that you never tried and you were too scared.
Don't be scared, just do it.
Just go for it.
Just go for it.
Go for it.
Please join. And yeah, like you never know what you're going to get.